Yo, YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy Tom back at it with another video for you guys. Last week, we put out a video covering tips and tricks on how to get higher kills and easier kills in the early game and the mid game. This week, we'll be covering the late game. It's going to be the same gameplay from last week. I'm just going to be covering tips in the late game, like I said, and also how to finish off the game and get that dub because I know it's hard in Warzone to get a dub, and I know you guys are always looking for tips and tricks on how to get Warzone wins. So I'm going to keep the intro nice and short. If you like our content, please leave a like on the video and also comment down below. Hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you can get notified on future videos and you don't miss anything. So yeah, let's hop in to the gameplay and see what we got. Okay, all right, so we're picking up at where we left off in the last video. This is the fifth zone. We're at the edge of the gas. You're going to be finding yourself in a lot of these situations in the end game at the edge of gas if you're going for high kills, because that's where all the teams, most of the teams are going to be at. That's where all the congestion is going to be at. Everybody's trying to rotate in late. So it's not a comfortable situation to be in, but you're going to find yourself in it a lot. So it's good to know what to do. So I'm going to play
Like
the
towards the gas
gameplay
line?
here, lower the volume a little bit. And we know there's a team behind us because if you watch the last video, we were fighting them while we were rotating in the last zone. So my teammates are calling out where they are. He said he's behind the truck. I'm trying to find where the truck is. Finally find him and get some shots out. He peeks me again. Easy down. Now, I'm going to pause the video here. This is where a lot of people make fatal mistakes because you have the high ground, you have the advantage, and you down a guy. So you get kind of thirsty, you jump down there trying to get the finish. But that's the last thing you want to do because look at the situation here. You're on the edge of gas, right? The zone's about to move. So even if he has a self, the zone's going to start moving in 1 second. So as soon as he gets up, he's going to have to rotate into you. And he's going to have to expose himself. So you can just easily down him again and finish him off. So don't get tempted to jump down here because you don't know how many of his teammates are down there. You don't know where they're at. It's a bad spot to be in once you jump down. So I play it safe, play it patient, don't jump down. Um, Ernest or somebody else gets my finish. Now we're chilling. We're rotating in, and I know one of my teammates calls out that there's more on the right. So I don't want to go too far right. I don't want to expose myself too much. Here boxing here, trying to get more loot, trying to get more plates here. And also I'm in cover in this building. So I'm trying to get shots off because Cedric is down. I'm trying to get shots off because they're trying to res him. Unfortunately, he gets finished, but I do tag a couple of these guys and get them to rotate behind those buildings instead of in front, taking shots on us. So we're rotating. I make a mistake here. Stand still for too long, get sniped. Thankfully, I have a self, and having a self is huge end game because let me stop it here. Having a self is huge end game because your teammates are most likely not going to be able to res you when you're down end game, especially you're rotating late and you're up against the gas. Um, Most of the time, there's no shot. So having a self and having them rotating ahead of you and not have to worry about you bringing you up, that's huge. So if you guys have the money, end game, invest in a self res because it can come in clutch like this right here. Look at this, has a UAV, he pops it. And you can see there's a lot of teams ahead of us, but not a lot that we can see immediately in our vicinity. So we can kind of chill here for a second. I don't like our spot, and if you can hear in a minute, I'd say that we're in a bad spot. We got to get into one of these buildings.
We're in a bad spot. We gotta get into like red or something.
So I call out that we had to get into red. I see one guy is up top at least, and it, once you get to the late game, there's gonna be a lot of ghosted teams. So UAVs help, but they don't help. They don't completely tell you the picture because there's gonna be a lot of ghosted teams. A lot of teams already got their second loadout, so you're not gonna know where every single person is, but it gives you a good picture of where to go. So I decide that we're gonna go into this building up here. It's in the middle of the circle enough that I don't think that we're gonna get. Uh, I think we're gonna get the next circle as well, so we're not gonna have to move. So I pick up this bounty, and let's talk about that because late game, if you run into a bounty contract, pick it up because a lot, like I said, a lot of teams are gonna be ghosted. So once you pick it up, you know exactly the location of one team. And look, there's 7 teams left. So you know the location of one of those teams. And look where they're at. Look where they're at. They're on the edge of the map. They have to rotate in us. So these are going to be easy kills. All you have to do is stay in this room, look out the window, and wait for them to run towards you because they're getting pushed in.
I'm looking out the
And look
window.
how easy these kills are going to be.
They keep on getting rest over here. I think they're up top getting rest. I see him coming in now. What the fuck is going on up there?
So look,
Down? Dead?
just picking them off one by one. Pick that guy off. Nothing you can do. Nothing you can do about that. Unfortunately, Ernest tries to push the guy up top, and he doesn't get the kill. He gets killed and gets finished, so nothing we can do there. One more comes in. Easy kills, easy claps. Nothing they can do about it because we knew they were coming in. And this is another important tip that a lot of people don't do because so Cedric is dead, right? But he still has the awareness to call out that there's a gas mask there. So when you die in the end game or any part of the game, really pay attention, spectate your teammate and help them out because especially in the end game, there's a lot going on, right? So you can miss a lot. You know, it's very fast paced. A lot of things are happening at once. So your teammate can miss something that you see and you need to call it out. So pay attention even though you're dead.
I don't see. Why'd you go up?
So at this point, it's the 7th zone moving in. You can see that I get next zone barely, so I don't have to move. I don't have to go anywhere at this point. I don't have to rotate anywhere, which is really great because as you can see, I'm by myself now. There's nobody else on my team that's alive, and this is where the point where you want to do your mental late game checklist. And by mental late game checklist, I'm talking about your ammo, how many people on your team are alive, your plate situation, whether you have a gas mask or not, whether you have a self res or not. That's very important um, to be aware of. So you want to do that mental checklist real quick. Put it in the back of your mind what your situation is. So now that I'm the only one that's alive, I have to play a lot more conservative. I want to stay in this room. I want to stay in cover. I want to stay hidden for the most part and kind of pick my shots because I don't want to expose myself too much because if they see that I'm a solo, it's blood in the water. It's done. You're gonna die. You're gonna get pushed. So I try to play it safe. I see shooting behind me because they don't have a silencer on their gun, so I can see when they're fighting. But I just want to make sure that I'm not too exposed on this window. Keep moving. Always keep moving, because um, like when I got sniped earlier, I stood still for 1 second. I got sniped. So you always want to keep moving, even if you're in a window and you're in a room. Always keep moving back and forth so they don't have a good shot on you.
I got you.
So I locate these 2 guys. They had to rotate in, as you can see. The eighth circle is when the zone starts moving into the gas. It stops shrinking and it moves into the gas. And this is all chances, really all luck that we get the zone and we get people rotating into us. It could have moved here, and then I would have to try to find my way to the other side of zone. But thankfully, we get a little lucky here, and everybody up here has to move into us. So even though I know everybody's moving in, I'm, like I said, again, I'm by myself, so I don't want to expose myself too much, because a full team shooting at me through the window, you know, that's not a good situation to be in.
They're gonna rotate around you.
So here, I moved back because I was trying to decide if I wanted to rotate early or late. I decided to rotate late because, as you remember from earlier, when you're making a mental checklist, I put it in the back of my head that I know there's a team up top. So if I rotate early, they can just look down on me and get shots on me, and I'm dead at this point because there's not really a lot of cover um, behind me. So I decided to stay here. Guy comes in. This guy was lagging or something, man, because he was skipping all through the screen. I do down him though. And I run back and I see there's a guy right there. And I jump into the bathroom because I don't know if it's a full team or not. I don't really want to challenge it too. Excuse me. I don't really want to challenge it too hard because I don't know how many people are out there. This guy is the guy that I just downed. He got up with a self-res and he's playing up. He has no idea. Thankfully, this guy was one shot outside my window. Get that kill real quick. Now, this is where things usually get crazy, right? So I have to rotate out. Everybody has to rotate out. And the people on top of me have to fly down. So I have to be cognizant of their position because they could, I don't know where they're at flying down. I also don't know. You see there's 3 teams left. So I have 1 team accounted for, and then myself. And so there should be another team that's in position on top right here, shooting the team flying down. So I'm hoping they kill him. And they do.
Oh, what is this gas mask bug? Oh no.
So now it goes from, see, 2 people died in the storm, right? It goes from 5 people and 3 teams to 2 teams and 3 people. And I know 1 is down behind me, and he doesn't, I don't hear that he has self-res, right? So I don't really worry about him because I don't hear him reviving himself. So he's just gonna die out. He's gonna bleed out. I don't have to worry about that. So I just have to locate this last guy.
Oh, he's right there above you.
Ernest is telling me he's right above me. I'm trying to locate him. I'm trying to see where he is, and he makes a mistake right here. All he has to do is really get into position because I have to go all the way around. There's a ramp to my left. I have to go all the way around the ramp to get up. All he has to do is get into position to shoot me once I expose myself going up the ramp, and he wins the game. But he makes a mistake, and he peeks me here, and I get some shots off, pop his shield. Now I know he's weak, right? Now I know he's weak. Now I know I have an advantage. Even though he's up there, he's weaker than I am. So if I expose myself and take a 50-50 fight, I know he has less health. So as long as I hit my shots, I should be able to win that fight. So we rotate behind. We have to eat some gas here because we have to go up the ramp. I locate him. I see him on my left right there. He's trying to peek me. Thankfully, I get the shots off before he does. Boom, easy claps because he's weak. I only had to hit him a couple of times. He has self, but you know, it's too late. Too late. We get the dub. That's it. That's it. Easy win. And that's just about playing patient, and just making sure you're in good position end game. And the whole time we got a little bit lucky with the zones, but the whole time we put ourselves in a great position to get easy kills, and then we put ourselves in a great position to rotate late and outlast everybody in the end game. So if you guys have any questions, please leave a comment down below. I'll be happy to answer them. But yeah, so that's how you play end game in Warzone to get easier kills and also pull out the win at the end. All right, hope you guys liked the video. See you guys next week.